3 Alabama fertility clinics have paused in vitro fertilization due to legal risks. It's after an embryo ruling by the Alabama Supreme Court last Friday. Today, our Jasmine Bird sat down with a medical director at a local fertility institute to learn more about how or if this ruling will affect the local practice.
By ruling that an embryo has the right of a child, it makes it to where it's up in the air, what we can do once they are cryopreserved.
According to the Associated Press, the Alabama Supreme Court has ruled that frozen embryos can be considered children under state law, a decision critics said could have sweeping implications for fertility treatment in the state. The decision was issued in a pair of wrongful death cases brought by 3 couples who had frozen embryos destroyed in an accident at a Mobile fertility clinic.
So the process is we stimulate a woman's eggs. We get as many eggs as we can. If a couple does end up using 5 embryos and gets 3 children from it, and they have 3 embryos left, or however many, at that point we're left with the question, well, what can we do with those? There's the option, there's several other options, but one of those options is to discard those embryos because we're done with them and they are ours, ours meaning the patient's. And this law sort of ties our hands to that.
Fertility Institute of North Alabama Medical Director Brett Davenport believes the Alabama law was written with good intention.
And I stand behind it. I think if anything, the law did not do diligence in addressing a detail like this. And I've got high hopes that the legislatures are going to do the right thing and just add an amendment that clarifies this in no way ever was intended to apply to IVF embryos.
Equating an embryo to a child is scientifically unfounded, and the clinical ramifications of such a legal decision are tremendous.
And for patients considering IVF, Davenport says don't give up just yet.
I would say that this should not change anything at all in that decision. There are several different ways to skin the cat, so to speak.
In Huntsville, Jasmine Bird, Fox 54 News.